So today I am repairing a pair of wool pants that I love, and they have a couple moth holes in them. So they're pretty old. They were hand-me-down to me, and now I just want to repair them. So there's very visible holes here. Ways to really check in on if you've made all your repairs too is to hold it up to the light. So hold the fabric up to the window, to a light, and really see if there's any threadbare areas. I'm going to thread up this needle and give an overknot. I'm going to do 2 threads thick. This is all personal preference. I like to work this way just because how I finish it off and so forth. All right, so I'm going to first start by looking at the hole. The direction of the knit is going back and forth this way, so it was building either this direction or this direction. What I want to do is pick up those little like edges. I'm going to start, if this is the hole, I'm going to start to the side of the hole and already anchor and secure everything over here. Now I'm just picking up a very thin amount of fiber here on the back end, and then I'm going to thread that needle through my double thread in the back, grab the knot, and anchor gently. And this has been hot washed. I don't know if you can tell by the surface. It's a little felted, fulled up, as we say. It is fulled, it is a little bit more fuzzy, it's shrunk. Like I said, these were given to me, and then they might have ended up in a hot wash. They've gotten a little smaller for various reasons, but yeah, they're great to wear. It's wool, it's solid, so I wouldn't repair them. In fact, I think I'm gonna make an additional pair of these. I'm gonna copy the pattern or see if I can look up on eBay if these folks are still selling. It looks like it might be from, the tag is like, I don't know, it might be from the 70s, 80s. It's hard to tell exactly. But it does say, if you want to know, Aunt Abigail's Attic. So something to maybe check out. So what I'm doing is just making small stitches. Again, I'm going along the surface. I'm picking up a little bit. So you really see the needle reflecting in there. I'm not like digging in very deeply. All right, we're gonna pull that tight. And then there's another hole neighbor right here. So we're going to float this thread. Depends on how thick your fabric is. This I can float it. But again, you're gonna see that needle, the metal of the needle pretty visibly through here because I'm picking up such a small amount. I have a very small, you see it's a small eye in the needle. It's a small sharp, but I can just kind of float this on the back end. And then the front, oh, maybe I need to get that a little bit tighter right there. I was being a little easy on that. So I'm just gonna go back. Yeah, so checking is important. I just did about 10 of these and maybe had been checking but didn't have this issue. So yeah, just being thorough is also a good thing. So just gonna go back in, pick up a little bit more, and I can see the stitches on the back are very long. I actually just did not pull them too tight. You don't actually have to crank down on them too much, but I was a little too gentle. So now you can see it just pulled together. All right, now I'm going to check again because you don't want to travel on and think you completed something. And then again, I hold it up to the light. I do see there's still a little bit right here on the edge that is a hole visible only when held up to the light. So I'm going to grab that. Again, very small amount of media I'm picking up with my needle. Do a quick inspect. I'm holding it up. I have the window across from me. All right, great. Now I'm going to travel over to this other hole. Yep. Again, just almost like picking up the little fuzzy bit on the back of this knit wool. In other words, it should not be visible to the front. So you can see that needle is somewhat visible there, but just under a couple fibers like that, and it's all set. Now, again, I'm looking at the direction of the knit. It was knit back and forth this direction, so I want to pick my points and cinch it together this way. I'm going to, again, this is pretty fulled from being in a hot wash with soap, but I'm going to stretch that over the finger. If it's a knit that has not been altered like this, where the fibers are teased out and have been hot washed, and are more sturdy like this, you might not want to pull on the hole as much. So there would be a little bit of a different method for that, where you go in and pick up those stitches right away. I'm just sort of moving along systematically. And my needle tends to want to go under that hole and come up, so I'm trying to float on the back end here. You'll see I kind of pulled it so it's cinched up there. That's what I want to do. But again, just a very small amount on either side. Pull it through. And then sometimes this is working so small it's hard to even see. But I think I'm getting it. So again, I'm going to hold it up to the light. Give a quick inspection. Yep, looks nice and closed. Show you the outside. That one looks a little flatter and cleaner, and probably with the next washing it'll also relax out a little bit as well. But this looks pretty not visible from the front. All right, and there might be a couple more on this piece I'm gonna finish up off camera, but this is how I lock up the thread. I'm just gonna make an overknot. It kind of seals it. And then I make one more overknot. Often I'll hold the pin tip down there to set the knot as close as I can to the fabric. And then what I'm going to do is go back into the fabric, again, very lightly along that back surface of the fabric, just about no more than 1 centimeter. And then again, that finishing knot is right there. I'm going to pull it through, and it sort of turns it and even sets it into the fabric. And then I can cut right there. And that is a repair. That's a complete repair. All right. So hopefully you can do that. These are the repairs. This is the first one, maybe a little sloppy, but the second one is not visible. But again, hopefully that will relax a little bit in the wash. The point is, I'll be able to wear these pants again, and that's an amazing thing. All right, hope you can get your repair on, and thanks for joining.